Hi, welcome today. My name is ZELDA, aka Jessie Walters, Charles Rutenberg. Welcome today for the market update and predictions for 2022. This is a special broadcast today to get questions and answers that you guys all want to know about 2022. And I have here my crystal ball. Will you tell me today about the predictions of 2022?
I would not count on it.
That's a great way to start the show. Today, Cheryl Herny, sorry, I'm losing it. Cheryl Herny from Nightberry Title Services, our sponsor, is here to ask ZELDA questions about 2022 markets. So,
thanks for having me and get this opportunity to find out what the market's doing. I'm excited.
I know, and as we know, no one really knows what the market will do. But today we will try to answer many questions. So what questions do you have for me today, Miss Cheryl?
Where do you see the market crashing?
The market crashing? Let me look at crystal ball. Do I see the market crashing?
Without hesitation, yes.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
I know, scary. So, with the predictions from 2020 during COVID, we had lots of different predictions that did not come true. So, as you know, none of us really know what will happen in the marketplace. But what happened in 2020 versus 2021 versus 2022, we had, the future was, that they guessed was existing home sales would go up 9%. And they actually went up in 2021, 23%.
That's a big jump.
Yeah. Then new home sales, they predicted 21% that they would go up, when they didn't go up at all, the new home sales. I think it's because of inventory, ZELDA say. Then also, home prices, the median usually says 4%, but they predicted in 2021, 8%. But what actually happened was the home sale prices went up 23%. And mortgage rates, they thought the interest rates would stay around 3%, and they're actually at 2.98%.
That's the closest.
Yeah, that was the closest.
That's the closest.
So, do you want to know if mortgage rates will go up?
That's be interesting to find out. Interest
Let's
rates.
see if interest rates will go up.
Everything points to no.
Ooh, that would be great.
Oh, if the interest rate stays now?
Yeah,
Wow, that would be
stay
kind
the
of cool.
same.
That would be kind of
More
cool.
to say. So tell me, have you seen, because, Cheryl works in the title company, so have you seen is it still steady or is it still busy?
I have actually seen it. Yes, it's steady, definitely steady. Interest rates are more in the 3s where I've seen. I don't know if it has to do with credit scores and
exactly.
money, but it's what I've seen actually in the 3s, low 3s, high 2s.
And are the closings still at the same pace? Like, are there still the same amount of closings you're seeing monthly, or is it steady or gone down? Or
you know what? They're probably, I would say, have to kind of stay steady where they are. They've kind of been,
this whole year steady.
I think we're also getting though into the season of, you're getting to the end of the year, October, November, December, and people are trying to save money, and houses are hard to come by, as you know.
Yes, and so with the low inventory, it's they trickle in, and then you get a bunch of new inventory, then they're under contract.
Yeah.
So it said, which was funny, in the state of Florida, it said that the closings, the average day for closing is 30 days, where not a lot of other states, but 3 other states, their average was 15 days for closings, which is, you got to be cash, you know what I mean? So,
well, yeah, I think if you're cash, that's definitely possible, but with lending, I heard just the other day, I was referring to an appraisal friend of mine, and I heard they are like so backed up on appraisals.
Yeah.
Because of the inventory and the market and just people.
Yes. So the
So I don't know how 30 days is even.
Yeah, how they get them done. Yeah, because if it's cash, you don't need an appraisal.
Right.
That's the only way to get around it. But we just had one in the appraisal. ZELDA just had one. I'm just kidding. Just had one, and the appraisal, normally it's 3 to 5 days, and it was a week to 10, which quite a difference.
So you think about it, a week to 10 to get the appraisal done. Let's push closer to the 9 days. Then it has to go through all the underwriting and the whatever it is that they do on that end. And
after the appraisal comes back in. And then the surveys too, they were always 3 days surveys. Now they're 3 to a week, and there's no such thing as a rush.
I don't know, maybe it depends on the survey company, how busy they are or how many crews they have, but surveys are usually 5 days or less.
Yeah.
Unless it's the rainy season, which we're in.
Yeah, it said delayed due to rain the last one.
Yeah.
But there was no rain. Like every day I was, but there is this
Well,
week.
maybe it was raining in Tampa and they didn't know it was raining in Pasco.
Which is possible. It's raining in my front yard, but that's what I love about
today.
Florida. Things we love about Florida. Yeah, it's raining in the front yard, but not in the backyard.
Yeah.
So the appraisals were late and stuff too, but appraisals were late, surveys were late, so 30 days we needed, the whole 30 days, but they said that Florida 30-day close was average, whereas in like Texas, 15, like Wyoming, I think it was Wyoming, it was a weird place, like a 15-day closings and stuff, but Texas is busier than us. It says actually, so if you guys want to move to Texas, it's even worse for you there. Stay in Florida, call me, we're going to get you a house. Yes, so are you seeing a lot of cash buyers or?
I am probably seeing more cash buyers than mortgage, actually.
You are, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how they're leveraging to get the sales.
To get the sales,
Yeah.
Because, it's a cash buyer. You don't have to wait 30 or 45 days to get your money.
Right. I always say, though, if you're patient and you had to wait 10 days for an extra 10 grand, wouldn't you wait? But then the cash buyer, you don't have to worry about the survey, the appraisal,
right?
All
home
that.
inspections or nothing. It's done.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a safer.
Weigh your options.
Yeah, it's safer. But if you're gambling, then you're like, well, maybe I'll take, the 10
I'll wait for my
days
10 grand.
Yeah, 10 grand, 10 days, I can do it. It's $1,000 a day, I can do it. Yeah, so that's like one of those things with the way the market is. It's so crazy, but that's why we're doing the show on the spin-off or the goof off of the what's going to happen, because we don't know what's going to happen, but we can see it. Like they said, it projected 4% increase this year, and we're already at 23% increase this year. Yeah. So I don't know. On the next year, they don't predict a crash, which is
and also what played, I think, into this 2020, 2021 was the whole COVID thing too, with this. I don't know if it's the sales price and everything just kind of came to a halt and
true. And then we have 2022, I guess we can't predict what's going on with COVID either, so that's another guess, a guess on it. We can always ask the crystal ball, though, knows all.
Hey.
Will Cheryl hit the lottery tonight and be able to buy a house from me? Buy from me.
It has been determined so.
Oh, so you better go.
I don't play the lottery, but maybe I should go play the lottery today.
So we have everything on here promoting gambling too. No, do be responsible, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
please do not try this at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when I'm I have a customer and we're leveraging, I always I joke with my customers. If you have a rich aunt who has cash, you could borrow the money from, you could get a home faster than someone with a mortgage, and then live in that house because it has to be seasoned before, and then get your mortgage and then pay your rich aunt back.
Well, let me ask you this: you get 2 offers. One's cash, and can close soon as inspections are done or whatever is done.
Right.
But you're also getting a mortgage, and the mortgage offer is higher.
Oh, which one would I go with?
Which
Well,
one would?
So the mortgage offer that's higher, I would look at both of them, and then I would say, are you guys waiving the appraisal on the mortgage offer? Because what I priced it at this price, depending on the price. So if they're over, I would ask for an appraisal waiver. Otherwise, when the appraisal comes in, if it doesn't appraise out, we're back to square one. I should check the cash offer, right?
Yeah.
So, but if they say, oh no, and say it's $400,000, and they go, here's $400,000, and then my cash offer goes, here's $390,000. So I say, well, I did it at $400,000. I know that it's going to appraise out for $400,000, so I will try to either counter the cash.
Right,
yeah, counter. As a realtor, I would say, hey, to my seller, do you want me to counter the cash offer and see if we can get him as high as this other offer? Or do you want to go with the financing offer? And there could be different problems. And then depending on which financing it is, hopefully it's conventional, so they're not going to, it's not going to be an issue. And then depending on which lender it is too. Excuse me, we won't go into that too much.
Right.
Some of the lenders, there's a couple that when I see them coming in, I'm like, oh no,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I would do it. But I mean, I literally sometimes I'll get 8 offers in, and I'll put each person, each realtor's name, each offer, how much down, how much proof of funds, how many days of inspection.
So you do. Wow.
Yeah. I do it on.
Wow.
Because you don't want to miss somebody's offer, and then make sure I've responded to each one of them. So if I have 8, then I have 8 agents that I have reviewing offers. And then, and actually I do get a lot of compliments on that, because a lot of realtors, they get the offers in, they don't even acknowledge the people.
I was going to say, that's pretty good, because I know I hear, these horror stories where realtors don't present the offers to the seller. They just decide on their own, hey,
Yeah, well, I
don't
go
want
over
your
it with
offer.
them, but sometimes, I can go in turbo mode where I'm like, okay, you got this one, this one says it, and they're like, they usually say, Jessie, just pick the best one, the one you feel is the best. So a lot of times it is the one with, say for instance, it's a cash offer, like I said, $400,000, and a mortgage $400,000. If your mortgage, say $410,000 or whatever, so it's over, say it's a $10,000 for this mortgage, I'll pick. If they both have enough money, because one's cash and one's like $150,000 down, and this one will waive that appraisal, or they say, if there's an appraisal gap, we're going to, you got our word, or, or something. Of course, your word now doesn't mean anything, but if I have it in writing, then I'll say, let's take the 410, we'll sit on, it's better,
Yeah.
So, especially if it's in a flood zone.
That's
stuff
a
like
whole
that.
different story.
Yeah. So say I have a mortgage. So say I have a customer, they're buying it. They're in a flood zone, and I have a cash buyer. My cash buyer doesn't have to get flood insurance with the purchase. They can get homeowners insurance.
Right.
They're not. It's not mandated to get the flood insurance. So if I have $10,000 more with a mortgage, and they're already like, how much is this? Depending on which flood zone, if it's an AE or one of the like really bad ones.
Really bad ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So a major hazard, I will pick the cash offer only because they're not going to get the flood insurance quote and then default on the whole thing. Where the mortgage people, it's dividing it by 12. If it's $9,000 a year,
If they could have only asked that crystal ball, hey, is my insurance going to be crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, our flood. Yeah, wait a minute. Our flood insurance policy is going to go up. Yeah. So, so I'll pick, based on, I got a cash buyer again. I'll pick them where before I will just take them all as, but if I have so I had one the other day, good example. It was a FHA buyer, and they went, it was a new realtor, not that we've all been new before, but they went like 30,000 over FHA, and I done the, and this one was this was 300. So they did, I think it was like 30,000 over. And
30,000 over?
Yeah.
Oh.
FHA, and I had priced it at 300 or 299, and they went way over, and then they're 3.5% down, and then they asked for closing costs, and I was like, how can this? My customer's like, well, we got 30,000 over, but I said, yeah, but the chances of this, actually going through, because they don't have any cash to put with it. If it,
I was getting ready to say, yeah,
because we have 3.5% down, but I bring it to them. I say, geez, your Does your buyer have any extra cash that they're willing to put with
That's
this just in case?
Yeah, because they have to bring the extra 30 grand if it doesn't appraise.
Yeah, and they'll say, no, the seller has to reduce. And then then we have the seller doesn't feel, the seller got 8 offers. Why would the seller reduce? The seller can just put it back on the market. And that's like a whole problematic. I think that was on, I want to say Channel 13 the other day. They were because people will overappraise and overpay and but when the appraisers come out, they're still trying to hold the market, not like 2006.
Right. I can't imagine, a house like you said, it appraises at 300,000 and that appraiser is going to go in and and they can't pull. They can't just say, oh yeah, I'll add 10 grand here or 5 grand here or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just and then they start holding them accountable.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of the houses I sold in January, I thought, wow, we're just getting this top money for this January, February of this year. Literally, they've gone up a little bit more as far as the sale, as with the valuation and stuff. Now I look back and I'm like, I know my customers are happy that they sold and they got their other places and it was smooth. But then I'm always like, oh, could I got them, 10 more waiting 6 months? And then you also think, if I don't list their house this month, will it go down and I'll lose them, not me personally, but the market,
right.
We'll lose them 10,000. So it's a funny time right now because you just don't know, how it's going to appraise. I had an appraiser call actually last week on Tuesday, and she asked me about a house that I sold in January and said, there's about 10,000 more value. Why, was everything okay with it? The pictures look so good. I'm like, yeah, the market's gone up since January. You know what I mean? And it was a cash buyer, and it was a close in 2 weeks, and you did it. I don't know if I won't mention the names, but yeah. And you closed it for me, and it was totally smooth and stuff, and it was a flood zone, and it was, you know what I mean? So, but she's like, well, the valuation shows 10,000 higher now. And here we are, October.
That is true.
10 months later.
True. So you think about it, the house that you bought in January that you thought you had gone over 10 grand, now it's reached that 10 grand.
Yeah, because a lot of buyers were very concerned that they're overpaying for houses. And now I had
maybe not this year or next year.
The one I sold in 2020, resold it, and it had gone up like 60,000.
Oh my.
Yeah. And it in just 1 year. And of course, if I tell them if you would stay there 2 years, it's tax free. But you got to pay taxes on your money. Yeah. And they love the house. They just wanted to build, so they were like, let's just sell and build and stuff. And so we're going to take a quick break, but I want to tell you guys about my new listings I have coming up, and then some more of the future with ZELDA and Cheryl Herny from Nightberry Title Services. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm ZELDA today, Jessie Walters, Charles Rutenberg. I'm here with Cheryl Herny from Nightberry Title Services, our sponsor. Thanks for joining me. We're back. And we're asking ZELDA questions. So you have a question for ZELDA?
I do have a question for ZELDA.
Oh.
Are there going to be more houses on the market, higher inventory?
Higher
inventory for 2022. Let me see.
It has been determined so.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah,
that is good.
That
continues
is good
to be
bad.
a seller's market?
Yeah, that's good for my buyers.
Good for you.
For my buyers, yeah. Yeah. So, do you have any other questions for ZELDA? Market. How does it look for Cheryl Herny for Nightberry Title Services? Is it going to be good for her this year, 2022?
Now is not the right time to tell you.
Oh, not the right
now's
time.
not the right time to tell
We'll
you.
have to go back to
we'll
that
have
question.
to go back
yeah,
to that
you got
question.
scared for a second.
I know. It's like,
Yeah, so I know. I did not want to know. I did not want to know. So when we were talking about, this was interesting, but I have to write it. I had to write this down because this is like one of those numbers that I'm never going to remember. But the foreclosure projection for from 2020 to 2021 was 225,000 to 500,000 homes, like nationwide, like United States. And it was actually in 2021 was 65,000 and then 82, the 82. But yeah, 65,000. So, I know they held off a lot of the foreclosures. So so for me to, like when they asked me to literally seriously project the future. seriously project, not with ZELDA. But I look at the foreclosure inventory as part of it because, so if you're, Mr. and Mrs. Smith and you got this house that's 500,000 and then I got this foreclosure the bank has and they own, and they put it out at bottom market value and it's 475, well then, yeah, when the appraiser goes out, they know it's a foreclosure and they know it's less, but it's harder to justify the 500,000 than, the more foreclosures. So if I got 3 foreclosures and that's all, and then Mr. and Mrs. Smith in the same neighborhood, it starts to affect the property values. Yeah. So,
but again, going back to the whole keeping in mind the whole COVID thing, because a lot of foreclosure was stopped last year or this year.
Yeah, and the same with the the rentals too. The actual rentals itself. They stopped, but now that's back on. You can evict and you can. If there's squatters,
unfortunately.
Everything should be back on. So I want to hope that the lenders are actually helping the actual,
homeowners.
The homeowners to come back around with, because a lot of them lost jobs and stuff like that. So hopefully 2022 will be.
But they can go out and get a job for $20 an hour at McDonald's.
I know. You can, and they send you to college too, I think. There's a McDonald's plug now. I know. Yeah, I don't know. I know. I told my daughter, I'm like, you can go anywhere right now and make really good money.
You can pick whatever job you want out there right now.
They even have sign-on bonuses a lot of places. Yeah. So if you're getting a mortgage though, you got to be at your place.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. You have to be in the same line of work.
That is true. That is true. Line of work.
And then you have to have so many paychecks if you're in the same line of work.
Yeah.
If you're in a different line of work, then they want to, every lender is a little different on the timeline that they want you at that position, like at that job. So if you're there for, some are 3 months, some are 6 months, like you said.
Oh, really?
2
That
years.
low?
Yeah. If you've had a job prior, but this is a different line of work.
Right.
So it just depends on each lender and call your lender and verify if you're switching jobs. But I usually tell people to stay at that job if you're getting a mortgage until after, and then switch after if it's something.
Keep putting your 2 weeks. Your 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Can I have 2 more weeks? 2 more weeks. I need 2 more weeks.
I had one that she was literally down to, not to, I won't mention her name, but like down to the wire because she was going to be let go because she didn't have her COVID shot. And so we were hustling to try to get her a house, in that timeline and stuff. And she ended up getting one. So she still has her job. Everything's good. Yeah. It's like, oh, wow. Sweating it out, because it's just a weird time, That's why I decided to do ZELDA's show.
I was going to say, ZELDA, am I going to get to buy my house?
Let me see. ZELDA said she's going to buy her house.
There is no doubt.
Ooh.
Yes.
ZELDA knows all. Yeah, so we had asked, will the market crash? Will there lots of foreclosures? Oh, will there be lots of evictions? Okay.
Oh, now that they convict.
Yeah, because now that we can evict, will there be lots of evictions?
Definitely not.
Oh,
good. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, here I got one. Will mortgage rates go up or decline? No, will they go up? Will they go up?
Definitely yes.
Ooh, that's what I figured.
Well, let's see. There's going to be a lot of houses on inventory per ZELDA, and the rates are going to go up.
Will the interest rates be 4%? Average?
It is best not to say now.
Oh, come on.
They don't want to scare
5%?
anybody.
5%. Yeah.
It is a certainty.
5%.
Whoa, you guys better hurry up and
scary.
get that house. Come see Jessie. Go get that house you're looking for.
ZELDA.
Oh, sorry.
Today, ZELDA.
You guys have to go see ZELDA and find your
ZELDA.
house.
And she put you in touch with Jessie. Will I have to stage my house to sell it? My sellers, will you have to stage your house?
Yes.
Oh, back to the old days.
Back to old days.
Like,
you
before
gotta
it was
make it
like,
look livable.
Do I need to paint this room? No, it's limited inventory.
Right?
It's fine. but like 2 years ago, though, it was, yes, paint this room. I mean, I still want them to get top dollar,
course.
so I do suggest them to paint. I'm only kidding. But, at some points, if they're in a hurry, I say it's okay now, because we're so limited on inventory.
But I think, too, though, when you're showing houses, if they're not empty, you kind of see furniture already there.
Yeah.
So as far as painting, now when you move out, you're just like, oh, look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness, look at this. Little touch-ups here and there. But at this point...
So do you get a lot of complaints of people that don't touch up the walls? This is a question for you.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. Most people are usually pretty happy with the end result when the house is vacated and they've moved on. It's time for them to move in. Most, I don't know that No, I think the last one we had was when you had this.
Which one? Where I had to clean the refrigerator? That one? Or
no, the one with the whole ceiling fan or the light bulb was taken out with a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, and she took all the lights on the outside. I always tell my sellers, believe it or not, leave the house as you would like to receive the house.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
If you don't want to walk into your new house with holes in the walls, then don't. You know what I mean? And if you feel like, well, that's something that is expected.
Or, hey, I'm going to paint the walls anyway. Who cares?
Or let me ask the buyers: are they going to repaint right away? Or do you have touch-up paint if you don't have time? Some of them are elderly, so I understand that they can't go around and do touch-up paint, or they don't have the money to have a handyman go in.
Do it.
But that one, I paid for the ceilings to be all redone because that was crazy. With the hole in the...
That's not the way they saw the house.
Yeah, I'm like, there was a light. There was a light there. Yeah, there was like a wood beam. I still have pictures on my phone. It comes up in my memories.
Oh, your
It hasn't
memories.
been that long ago. I'm like, you can see the 2x4 up in the attic, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so those poor people. But we got it all up and running. Okay, so should I upgrade my kitchen in 2022 to sell my house? Oh, still don't have to upgrade
Still don't have to do upgrade kitchens. Yeah. Now, if you have a 1960s, 70s, you might want a little paintbrush and
I know, a lot of people are painting their kitchen cabinets.
They are. A lot of people are kind of going with the modern grays now. And whites.
Yeah, and they've even done the gray with the blue cabinets as the island, or gray with the accents,
or like a farmhouse type.
Yeah,
look and feel.
I had one. We were talking about one's coming up. I have one coming up. It has 2.35 acres, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's in Pasco. Yeah, so that one's coming up. That one it's just a beautiful house. It's just ready to move into. There's no holes.
How many acres?
2.35.
For how much?
We haven't priced it yet, so I would say max 450, 425, 450, 435.
Okay.
Yeah, so we haven't picked the price yet. There's a couple. So how we pick prices as realtors is the solds. So there's some pendings. I'm waiting for them to sell. Depending on what they sell at, and when my customer lists, it either boosted up to 450 or we'll be at the 435.
And how big is the house in the bedrooms? What's the?
It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,800 square foot, I believe.
On 2.3.
Yeah.
For 415 change. Yeah. More or less. That's not a bad deal there. Yeah. That's actually, if you want acreage, land.
Yeah. Yeah. What I did was I put out an advertisement as a coming soon, and I've had a lot of people reach out. I also have another one. It's and
what a great way to kind of stir the pot, ZELDA.
Yeah. I tell you about my future listings that are 100%. So I have another one in Sea Ranch Beach Club. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2018 condo, and it's one of those ones that it looks like it's 3 stories. It looks really pretty cool looking as far
The
as
condo
front.
looks like it's really?
It's like
Okay.
they look kind of more like slender. I'm gonna the next show have the pictures of it up. That one is going to be around the 275.
Okay.
But that house is like brand new. In fact, I sold it to her, and she decided that she wanted to live closer to her work. So she barely lived in the home. It's like brand
Wow.
new. Yeah. So the builder's model in there is 285. So and we don't have the elevator. Some of them have the elevators in there, but we don't. But it has like a 3-level. So it's one is your patio because of the flood level. We're talking about flood.
Yeah.
The second one is your living area,
space.
and then again more living area.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, it's nice, especially like if you're single, it's nice because you're got your separate
Single and
entrance.
young,
Yeah.
you can still do those stairs.
The steps, yeah.
You don't
Get your
have
steps
bad
in.
knees,
Yeah,
bad hamstrings.
Yes, if you're not running 3 races in a weekend like this one, right? Yeah. Actually, I have stairs. So I have stairs and then stairs in my house, and it does keep you I don't even notice it, but I think the only time I notice it is when I'm bringing groceries in. You know what I mean? You notice it then.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh my gosh, because you're doing like little squat things up the stairs with your groceries, But yeah, that's a.
What you do is get your groceries, run up the stairs, set them down, run back, run up the stairs, set them down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Yeah. Yeah, or if my husband's home, like, hey, come here for a second. Yeah, so the heavy man's
Same
load.
thing with the house. You park in the garage downstairs and you run everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, and it has a 1-car garage too, because some of those don't have the actual 1-car garages. So that's a nice, affordable home, and it also has access to Gulf Harbor's, the private beach club there.
Oh, nice.
Is included in the HOA. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so you can go over there, and you don't have to drive all the way to Fred Howard or Hudson Beach. You can go to your own little private beach club there. And all the Gulf Harbors, the big houses, they all go there, along with this area.
Right.
That one is located over by like Southgate Plaza in Pasco County off US 19. So it's a nice area as far as
Kind of where we are.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, no, it's Southgate.
we're in Port Richey right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, we're shooting in Port Richey, Florida. Yeah, Pasco County. Yeah, and I have that one, and I have one in Spring Hill coming up, 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Wow, you got a lot of them coming up.
Yeah.
Good, that's awesome.
So, yeah, and I don't want to start stalking my sellers, but I'm like, are you guys ready yet? If you're watching this, you guys, are you ready? They are painting, and then I have one in Holiday too. Yeah, so I should, if they all list.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Those of you who are watching, they're coming up.
Yeah, and those are affordable, under 300 the Spring Hill, and under 300 the in Holiday.
Holiday.
Yeah, so those are real affordable housing and stuff. In fact, I was watching the news, and it had a lot of the latest was like St. Pete area. The median prices of homes right now are like $325.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they were having a real problem with like basically the affordability for
That's
first-time home buyers.
Yeah, I was going to say that's high.
Yeah, that's really,
like you said,
so
for first-time
Pasco's
home buyers.
still lower as far as the median, but you also, you go St. Pete, then you come to, as you go north, the price per square foot goes down. So you see a lot of people in Pasco that are actually moving to Citrus. Yeah, Citrus, but I was in Ocala, and their price is based like it's almost like Hernando. So they keep going more north and more north, getting their money out of, max money out, and they're just moving north, So
let me ask ZELDA.
Oh yeah, okay.
ZELDA, if I sell my house, am I going to be able to find a new one?
Oh yeah. Will she be able to find a new one? Oh, definitely yes.
Oh, definitely yes.
Yeah, maybe. What am I going to sell you? Maybe
Sell me and well, not me, my house, but
your new house. Where will it be? Where do you want it? Will her house be in Pasco County or Pinellas or Pinellas? Well, no. Will it be in Florida?
that's what
It is a certainty.
Oh, you're staying in Florida.
I'm staying in Florida. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Are you trying to get out of here on me? I don't want to go anywhere. she's the best title person. I don't want you to go anywhere. I can't imagine, oh my gosh, that's a scary thought. Yeah, I'm glad it said no. Phew.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and we already know that you're, not to brag on you a little bit, but I'm going to brag on you a little bit. She got a new position.
I did.
Tell me about that.
I did. I'm actually the state manager for all our 14 title companies in Florida.
Nice.
So a little traveling, 3 hours south, 6 hours north.
Yeah.
And 3 hours, or actually it's 4 hours to the other coast.
Oh, okay. So was it
Yeah.
anything to do with the St. Augustine? What you got my St. Augustine? Remember that one?
Right.
Yeah, and they're like,
right.
she's all over the place.
And I'm actually, yeah. So,
I give her a
yeah,
lead in
we
St.
are.
Augustine.
Yeah.
Which they bought a house here.
Right.
They sold in St. Augustine.
Yeah, so the buyer was able to sign at our St. Augustine office, and the seller closed
Here.
with me here in Kennedy.
So they were in St. Augustine, and they said, we need a title company. We're coming to, we need a house in Pasco near our, parents and stuff. So I said, okay. And then I was like, let me hook you up with Cheryl because, you got the
Right.
office there. So they were able to, and you literally could have done it probably even online, but people like to still brick and mortar go into places.
It's her first time home buyer, so she was very hands-on and she needed to know everything was going on. So I think her going to the actual office was good for her.
Yeah. Yeah. And then of course the sellers in Pasco got to meet you, which they put the what is it? The voice behind the face behind the voice.
Behind the voice, yeah.
Yeah. They finally got to come in and they were very complimentary and they said she handled everything great and so that's good.
Nice
Congratulations on your new position.
Thank you.
Yeah. You
Exciting.
don't forget us little people.
Oh, no.
And also congratulations on your races that you were running.
Thanks to my races.
Complimentary brace there on the. She's going to be holding off on the running and the braces for a while.
Unfortunately.
So congratulations on that too, and thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
And as always, special thank you to Nightberry Title Services for your support. And stay tuned, we have the SPCA coming on next. Hi, welcome back. I'm ZELDA, aka Jessie Walters, Charles Rutenberg, here today with Dexter from the SPCA and Diane Oberlander. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, Dexter. So Dexter is available for adoption. Tell me about Dexter. Tell me his story and how he's really cute.
Dexter was one of ours from 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
They adopted him. He was a pup. He's now 6. He was returned because they said he was nippy and just not getting along with anybody in the household. I'm guessing, based on what we've seen, which has not been the same behavior, is he was just in a house with kids and he's not tolerant of them.
Right.
And needs time.
Right. So maybe he, like we were talking about, maybe they didn't have kids and then they got kids. And he was the kid, maybe, you know what I mean? A little jealousy thing, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so he doesn't like to be squeezed or grabbed by the neck and wrestled.
Yeah, he'll jump up to his emoji. He'll jump up to hug you, but he doesn't always want it. So it's kind of weird. It's a weird behavior, but
he's been best behavior in here.
Yeah, he's been really fantastic since we've been here with everybody. So that's a pleasant surprise. I mean, once again, he's just proving to not be the dog that they said he was.
Right. So should we ask? ZELDA, we're going to ask.
Oh, yes.
Will Dexter be adopted?
Dun, dun, dun.
The outcome cannot be predicted.
Oh, of course.
What? That's kind of crap.
We'll keep asking until he
We
says.
know it's going to happen.
Until
It's
he
the
says
when.
yes.
Right.
I said,
When?
we need to know, will it be this month?
Okay, you can't say that.
Okay, what about next month? What about this week?
Without hesitation.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
there it
so
is.
that's why we didn't
That's
ask
why
the right
it
question.
wasn't that far in the future, so.
He's like looking at the camera like, what is going on here? All these bright lights. Dexter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so Dexter's going to, 6 years old. So if you're probably like a slower house, probably,
Yeah,
right?
we're saying if you have kids, at least 10 plus, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where they listen to the parent and they know how to handle a dog.
Right.
Otherwise, a household with adults,
Yeah.
not a lot of.
Oh, he's
"Really,
like
you
barking
see
at himself.
yourself?"
I think he's really smart.
I do too.
Yeah, 'cause
I do too.
A lot of dogs we have in here, they don't really recognize themselves, but it's like he knows that like some of them are just like, who's that dog on there?
Yeah,
Right.
I
Yeah.
notice the SPCA dogs always notice. it.
Yeah, they're a little
They're
smart.
so smart.
Get the smart vitamins.
That's right. It's weird how we have smart dogs.
So you guys have a fundraiser. Tell me about that too.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's this weekend for the Browns, Suncoast.
So
Brown
that's
Backers.
Sunday, right?
Yep, that's Sunday at, what's the place called?
12 to 4.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at Anchors
19?
on 19.
Oh, okay.
So you can bring your dog, from what I understand.
Dog collar, drop off donations.
Mm-hmm.
They need.
Collars. We actually need
cat
some
food.
strong toys.
Okay.
That's actually what we could really use.
Nylabones, Kongs,
Greenies,
interactive toy.
pockets, pill pockets, yep.
Right. Okay. Dog collars. Oh, and then gift cards. And of course, donations are always accepted. Paper towels, kitty litter, cat food.
Yeah.
And then dog, you got the Purina Pro Plan.
Yeah. We're
that's
low on
good.
that, so yeah.
So
hopefully that'll turn out.
will they have there? Just like you come in, like what actually?
It's like you eat there, and then a portion of your donation will go towards the shelter.
Oh,
and
that's
anything
good.
they need, and they'll be the ones collecting any donations that folks bring in.
Oh, that's
Kind
nice.
of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like one of those really easy fundraisers you can do
Yeah.
during COVID or.
Yeah. Can
know.
can you is that pet friendly place or no?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
know the shelter manager is going to bring Baker.
Oh,
Our
nice.
boy Baker.
Oh, good.
Oh, you know he's going to be a hit there.
Yeah,
too.
of course,
He'll be
yeah.
wearing his Cleveland Brown gear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be good for him. He'll
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, he's so cute. So I wonder, do you think Dexter's going to go there too, or?
I don't know. I don't know how many people are going to go. It's not something
Yeah.
that we reached out to, some of the staff and been like, hey, you want to work on
Yeah, on
Sunday
Sunday.
kind of thing. So
I guess it's festive though because of Halloween, so it's a nice thing
yeah,
to
well,
do.
exactly.
If you're,
And
especially if
that's another reason why I might not, because I don't know how he is with
Yeah.
if your face is covered.
Yeah.
Or, so
I was worried about ZELDA's outfit, but he seems
He
okay.
seems, yeah, it's
he's
not
fine.
bad at all. He's like, I'm totally cool with ZELDA.
I know I was going to put
I've met her before.
more stuff down, but I was like, oh, let's keep it, not too
Simple,
creepy.
Yeah.
But he has ZELDA's eyeliner on. He comes
Totally.
with eyeliner.
Yes, he comes with the eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, you know what, all the stuff I
been
said, we
easy.
just really haven't experienced much of anything negative with him. We've been aware of what they've said, so we're careful when handling him, but still, like I told you,
Yeah.
I mean, he's really being a good boy if you read him, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you believe
Usually
in
you
his
don't-
barriers.
You don't
and,
walk up to a dog though and hug him and squeeze him right away,
exactly.
anyway.
And you should always ask, right,
Yeah.
before handling one. So he's been
How
good.
is he around other dogs?
I think he's actually would be fine, but in the kennel, but a lot of them are like that. In the
Yeah.
kennel, you'd think they want to kill him.
Yeah.
But then you take him outside
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, hey, dude, let's play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a
Yeah.
weird read that you have.
That's what mine does
In the
too.
kennel.
If there's a fence, he acts like,
Yes.
oh,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
you
you're
come
a
near my
murderer on the other
fence?
side.
Yeah, or the front door. Poor FedEx guy. I apologize to him. I do, and UPS. I'm so sorry, guys. My dog acts like he's gonna shred them. He's on because it's glass and you can
Yeah,
see
he's
him,
like,
and he's there and
spitting.
he's biting at the door. And if you open it, he urinates on himself. You know what I mean? He's like,
shoot.
oh,
Now
gosh."
he's scared?
Yeah.
he's the tough guy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm going to get you as he's
Yeah.
walking backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We know a lot of people like that.
Tough
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
Yeah. No, you
the
talk
way.
the talk, but can't walk the walk. That's his little baby.
This is goes with him if you adopt him. This was
He's like, I need that.
This was his
Baby?
This was his baby.
Aw.
Yes, it's been his baby the whole time he's been here. He chose it himself.
Maybe that's what he needed to,
feel a little better.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when people don't, like, they feel bad about having to give up their dog, so they're not going to say, this is a perfect dog, you know what I mean? And then they put him into, like, basically your foster care for dogs,
Yeah.
And they put him in, and they can't say, this is a great dog, we've had him for 6 years, we just decided it's just too much with kids, So,
Yeah, it was-
so unfortunately the dog
We see a
is
lot
the
of that,
one,
though, you know what I mean? They end up being really good dogs, and and you know what? It's not the first time either that we've seen a dog who has chosen a toy as a form of comfort while they're there. One specifically, I know we knew carried around this big ball all the time. He was a big pitty. The day he got home, she said he dropped it at the door. He never touched it again.
Aw, so he just wanted a house.
Yeah, like
I know.
sensitive.
I saw the on I think it was Facebook, Lost and Found Pets, and one of the ladies had said, I just got a dog and he's acting out, blah blah blah. But like you adopted a child, what would you expect this child, new home?
Right.
How would you expect them to act? And you have to give it more than a week or two for them to adjust.
They say 3 months.
Yeah.
There's that 3 day, 3 week, 3 month, and legit, if you were to follow those rules, if you Google them and you look at what it says at each week, it'll be right on the money.
Yeah.
Like their behavior that you might
Yeah.
be experiencing. And a lot of times, you know what? Get a trainer.
Yeah, true.
Just get a trainer. There could be something simple that you
Right.
just don't know about that could fix the problem.
Right, exactly. It's true. Yeah, that is exactly true. Yeah, because a lot of, they'll say, well, I don't have anyone to walk my dog, so here's my dog. I can't keep him. Well, if you're working and you're making extra money, dog walkers aren't really, they're not that expensive if you actually price them. And there's always that kid that wants,
Exactly.
We were
Make a
talking
little
about that last
cash.
time.
It's like,
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
your neighborhood kids, you got Rover, and you have doggy daycares too.
Yeah.
That a lot of times it's, if you look at what breed you adopted, if you're having problems, maybe they need a job, maybe they need to be worn out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's all it is the activity level.
Right. Yeah, I have, mine are, I want to call elderly dogs now, I guess,
Seniors?
Yeah, seniors, yeah. I call them elderly because they started doing some weird stuff and, so one of my friends is a trainer in South Carolina. She does, like for PTSD and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So she said, I called her and I said, what am I going to do? And she's like, well, you have senior dogs. Yeah, I call them elderly because they're, but anyway, so she said you have to put their food up after a certain, you're going to feed them in the morning because they have accidents at night. You're going to put your, food up. Or a lot of people I could see, you don't want to turn into a full-time job of trying to take care of a dog that's having accidents, stuff like that.
Right.
I'm used to a clean house and
Yep.
stuff like that. So she said, put the dog food up, put the water up,
Oh, yes.
and they'll get used to it. They'll drink as much as they can in the
Right.
beginning, take them
Before-
out. Yeah. So,
Agreed.
so I didn't even know that was a actual option or a thing,
That you could
because
do.
I've never
Right?
had this
Like,
dog's this old.
That's what it is. Like we had problems with our dog buddy when we first got him. He was young and he was stealing everything,
Gosh.
everything. So finally we decided, okay, this really isn't so funny anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something about it. So I broke out the water bottle, and it's usually water and vinegar, but I'll always start with water first
Yeah.
to see if that fixes it. Then I'll have to. Sure enough, I squirted him one time. Never again has he stolen anything unless it's his toys.
Oh, that's good.
So it's the craziest thing. And
Yeah.
I was like, woo, that was simple.
Yeah.
I squirted him.
Yeah, my dog would take like the knives and the stuff out of the dishwasher, when you're loading it. And and he one time grabbed the bottom of the knife was down, and he had a knife.
He's walking
I was
around with it. the
I
sharp
really
point
wanted to
out.
get a video because I could be a millionaire right now, but then I also didn't want to die.
And you got
But-
great music with that. too.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. It'd be that music like Jaws.
Totally.
But yeah, so yeah, exactly. It's even better. So I took the water from, I just flicked it at him,
Yes.
and then he dropped it, and we were good and stuff. But Yeah, I was like, no one's ever going to believe this story. You know what I mean? If I made the news, a dog stabs me or something.
Stabbed in the leg by
Yeah,
a
it was
dog.
a steak knife, so it would have been like a
While
serrated
doing the
stab.
dishes.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a full chop my leg
I
off.
can't even explain it.
Yeah. It would have been uncomfortable.
Right, yeah, it would
Yeah.
have been a little awkward, I would think.
Yeah, so I started putting their food and their water up past, 5 o'clock, put it
Yep.
up, and in the morning, put it back down again, and to try to control the
Yep.
problems, But you don't know, it's easier to take your dog and just say, oh, I've had enough. Someone else will, make it someone else's
else can-
problem.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you go in and then you say, oh, this dog, blah, blah, blah. When really,
all these things.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
really it's just this
It's the-
inconvenience,
It is. It's the people.
Yeah.
It's always the people. And sad but true, a lot of times we won't even remember what the people said because it's what we see and experience with them and what they told us.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that could like ruin the dog for the future. If we actually believed all that stuff and didn't try
Yeah.
to see what the behaviors are, they could never leave, They would
Right.
be at the shelter forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I don't know. I would say, he hasn't had any aggression.
Not at all. I'm
Yeah.
actually really proud of him
Yeah.
being out in the public and stuff and
Yeah, he
being
just-
around people. He's not been feeling insecure. He's
Yeah.
doing really great. and he's
Yeah, he
watching
likes looking at himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Yeah. He's like, that I knew I was.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have any of the, because, he doesn't growl or
He hasn't
I
done
pat him
any
with
of
this
it.
get up on and he didn't act
and then
scared or anything.
your guys came up and gave him
Yeah.
love and he had no problem with that. So,
Yeah, because some of them, I know a couple of the one, when if you go straight like this, they do that
Flinch.
and and he didn't do
no,
any of
none
that.
of that. No.
Yeah,
So he's being fantastic.
he's great. Yeah, so I wonder, maybe with cats or no cats, or what do you think with him in the?
Shoot, I don't know. His kennel card was up there. I don't remember if
Oh,
he
okay.
was cats or no cats.
Oh,
It
okay,
would
yeah,
be
it's
on that
on-
kennel card
Oh,
on
okay, there we go. Yeah, no, it's
no
a no.
cats.
Yeah,
And no dogs. So, okay, so here also, a lot of times we did that when he first came in. So this is the information.
what they said. Yeah,
So on the dog thing, I don't know. I'd rather test him with a dog than
Yeah,
say a complete
to say no.
And the kid thing, like we were talking, I
Like
would
a
say like 10
bigger
and up
kids.
or something.
Yeah.
Where they're competent to understand what you're
Right.
saying in your behavior with the animal.
yeah. Don't pull his tail. Don't pull his ears.
Yeah, I think it's the little ones that he shouldn't be around because you can't. They're going to do what they do. They're small.
Yeah, and he and growling to say I don't like something. I know the one.
Growling's a warning.
Yeah,
right?
true.
It's like, hey,
Yeah,
so we
don't
just
do that.
Little kids aren't going to know to stop there.
Right. Yeah, and I haven't seen him growl at all. or
No,
anything.
not at all. I'm actually super. I thought
Yeah.
maybe when he was going to lean down and get some love. No,
Yeah.
but he clearly wanted it.
Yeah,
he
he was like-
walked towards him.
Yeah, he liked him. Yeah, so he seems to be good with men and women too. So.
As long as you're not rushing yourself to him.
Yeah.
he's handling himself really well.
Yeah, I think he'd be great for protection at home too, because I think he'd bark at the door.
Yes. I agree too.
and not act like my dog, but act.
Right. Just be controlling of the environment.
Yeah, he's
right?
smart. Yeah, he likes you a lot. You got to keep him.
Oh, I wish.
You'd have like 100 dogs.
I
Your
know,
husband would probably
right?
kill you.
I know. My husband's like,
We have enough. I know. I see your dogs are so cute. Yeah. So what's his adoption fee? I always
he's $250.
$250. Okay.
Yep, and he's fixed, up to date on all his shots. He's ready to roll. And
Yeah.
as long as you're willing to put in a little time with him and patience in the beginning,
Yeah.
let him acclimate and
Yeah.
And seriously, it's 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Like
Yeah.
at 3 months,
Dexter.
you should be
Hi.
seeing a
Hi.
dog that is
Hi.
your dog.
How are you?
Look at that.
Yeah, where are
bud.
you? Yeah.
Look at that.
He's fierce. I think he's
yeah,
fine. Is
You're
Dr.
loving the
Spot?
love.
Or Dr. Spot?
Oh yeah, he's loving the love.
Zelda says that is the spot.
Yes, all day, every day.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I
Good
think he just
boy.
has to get used to people. But I think,
does.
he just acts like a person, Because,
Yeah.
not some people, they hate you before they love you. But
Yes.
he was very nice.
Yeah, he's like, I'll give you a chance. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hate you right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he's
doing
like, you got
great."
treats? Yeah,
He's doing
well,
great.
because I think when, if it sounds like he was their baby and then they got babies, and babies are rough on, even though there's,
You have to have a dog that can handle that.
Yeah.
And not a lot of the dogs that can, you
very
know.
docile dog.
Yes,
Yeah.
who can pipples, who can
Yeah.
deal with the pulling
Yeah, exactly.
and all that stuff.
I know, and isn't that funny that you would suggest, because, you know, he looks more like a hound
Yeah,
mix.
total hound mix, yeah.
Yeah, and so to suggest like a pit bull, because you can pull their ears, they don't even know, you know, so it's funny.
Babysitting dogs, right?
Yeah.
Then everybody's, oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know, I watched the videos with the kids, with the, you know, the babies with the pit bulls
Yes.
just laying
Oh,
there and they're
yeah.
ripping their ears
right,
off.
And the dog's like,
Yeah.
licking their faces
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, there's
So
no
cute.
worries. Yeah.
Yeah, so cute. I wonder if he's like a beach dog. He looks like he'd be one of those you throw it in the water and, you know.
Yeah, and he goes swimming. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It would be cool to know.
Yeah,
Would be cool to
cute.
know.
He's a cute dog. Well, thank you
yeah.
for bringing him in. He's a great
yes.
dog.
He was great today, too.
Yeah.
I'm super happy.
Yeah, he's done good. Yeah, so just before, because I know we're running out of time, but how many dogs and cats do you guys have?
We have about 15 dogs, cats, quite a few,
Okay.
and kittens.
Okay.
So coming
So,
out
and-
Saturdays, 12 to 4. We have the gates open. People
Okay,
should come
12
on
to
by.
4?
No appointment.
Okay, and then Sunday, if you guys are bored and there's nothing to do, so
Yeah,
the show,
Sunday, go to the...
you're gonna be seeing us, and then get in the car, go see you guys
Yep,
to see Dexter,
exactly.
and then on the Sunday, if you want to donate, just
Any
by
of those items,
and you want to
yeah.
hang out,
Yeah,
you can
right.
just go
with your-
hang out.
Yeah, bring
and-
your dog and hang
Yeah.
out there and meet Baker and
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Baker's going to be out there, your boy. So you
yeah,
two
I
had a
know. I love that.
connection.
I love that. I love that dog.
He is awesome.
Yeah. So, and also, if you guys are buying or selling, just give me a call. Pinellas, Pasco, Hillsborough, Hernando. I'm your girl. Just give me a call, and I'd be glad to help you out. Thanks for joining us today, and you guys have a great weekend.